You know, earlier we were talking about the difference between zip siding and what we used to use was the OSB and Tyvek route. I think this, to illustrate it, I wanted to show you that this is a house with the OSB siding with a Tyvek type product over the top of it, and this is the way we used to do it, and one of the reasons that why we're so excited about zip. You can just see in the wind, you can see the seams down the wall there. You can see that they are taped around the windows, but between the layers of it, you can see that they aren't taped. You can also see the wind blowing at some of the seams. That's one of the things at the beach we found. After a storm, windstorm, you could, half of the Tyvek wrap could be compromised by some of the blowing wind and rain. So it wasn't a good feature for installing. And then you can see, how are you sure that everything has been sealed with this? Because of the wind, anyway, it's a question. So I think we're just trying to illustrate why we're so excited about zip. I think one of the things we pointed out with the zip siding system and why we like it was somewhat easier for a builder like myself to actually come to the job and see that it's done right, or see that certain things need to be corrected. As I come and look at this example in contrast of what I faced when we used this type of system, if you look at that dormer up there, and you see that here is a case where they have the roofing material going up the side of the dormer under the house wrap. But are you sure how far that goes and whether or not it's taped? Well, it's not taped. So anyway, it leaves a question in my mind as to whether it's been done right under there. But since you can't see it, we can't tell. And that's, again, back to the point why we're excited about zip. Those interfaces with zip we can see, and we can be assured that they're done correctly. And I think that's another example of why we're excited about zip. Here's another little example of one of the pet peeves I used to have with house wrap. And if we go into the corner, we see that the house wrap coming around the corner here is tucked in under that eave so that it ends up being over the upper layer. So that if water comes over that eave, it'll actually drip under that section. And it's not taped, so is it going to be taped? And just so that again where zip it doesn't have those issues. We know when it's been taped and we can see it. This is a real problem area, and this is an area where typically we'd have a lot of problem down the road. We wouldn't know, we'd have issues right around that eave connecting to the house.